Good morning, my friends. I am Robin Burning with Blissful Healing Spiritual Life Coaching, and we are reconnecting to wonder and awe through our spiritual playbook, our daily practices that hopefully you guys are having a good time with. I know I am. They always make me smile when I'm talking about it. We are on day 31 and page 114 of our book, and today we are going to make a difference to someone. And I started thinking about, how could I make a difference? Or what are some things I've done in the past to make a difference for somebody? And, I started thinking about things that seem insignificant to us to do, but could be very impactful for others when we do them. And then I really got to thinking that one of the biggest things that we can do for another person is to allow them to feel like they're being heard. A lot of times people don't feel heard. And there's a lot of things that we can do for people that are so significantly impactful for them that we don't even realize. And so it is important for us to kind of think about our actions when we're working with other people, because that can work in a negative way also. So they say, be careful with your words, or don't say something that you can't take back. It's better to be silent than it is to say something hurtful. But we're in a joyful state right now. So let's think about, in a joyful way. And it kind of made me think back to that story that I shared with you guys of a gal that I worked with at the Sugar House who wrote me a letter like 10 years later of how much I really helped her with something, and that I didn't even remember it because to me it was just an insignificant, I don't want to say insignificant, everything we do is significant, but it was a mindless thing that I did to help support somebody that impacted her so much she remembered it 10 years later. So as we move through our day, think about the little things that you could do to really help somebody and make a difference for them. I was thinking about another situation where it was a donation situation, and I always do these things anonymously. And I usually will do a specific amount. We all have our things that we like to donate to, but recently there was one that it was a little more than what I would normally do, but it would complete. It was a GoFundMe for something that was very tragic. And that little extra amount would complete what their goal was. And so I did it, and it wasn't a significant amount. It was just more than I would normally do. And so it made a huge impact for that person, because it just like completed this thing that they were going for. And for me, it was not a big thing for me to do, but it was very significant for that person. So let's think about that when we're doing our things. Maybe, I don't know, I keep thinking about the elderly neighbor that needs help with something, like bringing the trash cans in. Can you tell that I do not like to bring trash cans in? I just really don't. That would be a significant gesture for me if my neighbor did that for me. It would make a difference. But anyway, think about how you can make a difference for somebody, whether it is a small gesture or something significant that it might not be a big deal to you, but it is to somebody else. But going back to my original thought, I think that a lot of people don't feel like they're heard. And sometimes the best thing we can do is just listen. All right? We have a lot of people that, that I talk to. I'll notice, if you just watch other people talking to each other, you will notice that most people only listen long enough to someone else talking to come up with what their response is, and then they just respond with what their story is. I find myself a lot when people are telling me stories. I find myself doing that in my head, like I want to respond with one of my own stories. But then I stop myself because honestly, in that moment, it's not important. And in that moment, for me to listen to the other person, whether they're telling me something that they're struggling with, or they're telling me something that brings them great joy, let them sit in that joy. Let them be happy in their story. I don't necessarily need, I could potentially add to the joy with my story, but I don't need to. They're already so happy telling theirs. And so I'll just ask more questions about it. Really, tell me more about that. How did you feel? Or what did you do next? Or, right? Let them be in that moment. Sometimes that in and of itself is making a difference to somebody, just letting them tell their story. So that's what came to me. If you guys think of something else that you want to share with the group that might make a difference for other people, that would be great. Go ahead and make the comment. Don't forget to do the like button, please, every single day. It's very helpful for me and I'm most grateful. And I've really been enjoying doing this with you guys. So thanks so much for joining me and I will see you guys tomorrow. Toodles. Mwah.